very shitty sleep. I woke up energized, went to bed real early last night. Real early last night.
Real early?
Real early. Went to like freaking 10:30. That's real early for me. Normally I'm 11 to 2 a.m. depending on what was out and, you know, everything going on. But the best part was, so me and my wife just had the house cleaned. We're painting cabinets. The kitchen's a wreck, but the entire house is spotless. We had a housekeeper come, just wipe the floor. So my bed was made for the first time in like 3 years.
Wow.
By a house cleaner.
Did she tuck it real good?
Real good. Like, and so the house was clean, made you feel efficient, made you feel like, oh my gosh, everything's going well. You wake up, everything's going well. Still stepped on a fucking Lego, but needless to say,
the fucking worst.
I got a dentist appointment today.
Those are the fucking worst.
I have a fear of dentists.
Same.
Innate. Oh no, I start screaming when they start poking. Just imagine a grown man just, yeah.
That's a lot.
It's bad. It's bad.
You'd be like, mother.
No, I scream like a 6-year-old girl. Like, it's, you ever seen people? I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me when I was younger, if anything happened under the aesthetic, but for some reason I have an innate fear. I cannot stop it. When somebody sticks something into my gums or my teeth, it's like it triggers something.
Oh, it hurts.
No, it's not pain. It's fear.
Mine for me, it hurts.
I could pull my own teeth out with a plier. I've done it. That's how I lost a tooth. Before, I would let them poke at me. So I told them, I was like, hey, here's the dentist. The only reason for the dentist. I want all my teeth pulled. I want brand new veneers. I'm not pulled, but I want them all fixed. Little things, little yellowing from when I was a smoker. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm just a vapor. I want them fixed. And they're like, oh, we do this veneers and what is it? White's Dental, not racist at all, says we can pull them. We can do everything in the same day, get you temporary dentures that are same as what's called an on-4 molds. And I'm like, yeah, I want 4 because that's the bare minimum they say that they can do. Well, we can do 2. Really? It's like, yeah. So he gives me the mold thing to show you what it feels like. And I press once, teeth falls off. Oh, that's just the display. Press again, the new one, teeth fall off. I'm like, no, I want 4. So he shows me the on 4. I'm like, yeah, you see, I can hold the teeth. I could probably hold 100 pounds from this. It'll be fine. Still. So I didn't expect it to be over 25 grand because in the most like populous areas, and I've called in the last 2 years, I've checked like a dozen places, about 25 grand with anesthetic or anesthesia. Go in and get your horse chiclets. Me and my wife had a deal. She got her mommy makeover. I get my teeth. I just want horse chiclets before my son's like 6 years old. Besides,
White's is like a new business, and I heard they're very high end rate.
Dude, it is the craziest. They are 3x every dentist that I've called in the last 2 years.
Have you tried
3? Not 1, not 2, not 150% like Kirby's. 3 fucking times the nearest consumer. And I even told them my price in Puerto Rico. I was like, I can get it done in Puerto Rico for $7 grand. They'll put me up for a week. They put in temporaries, then they do everything. $7,000. I got to be away from my family for a week. Don't want that. 2 days? Yes. Great. Let's do it. Anything more? No. So now I'm at that point where $40,000 difference, or technically $53,000 difference, isn't worth fucking doing. I'll just take my kids to Puerto Rico. We'll spend the difference, have a fucking vacation. I'll be like, oh, yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Yeah. Like,
sound effect.
that was accidental. So I was pissed off about that. And then we had customers that just wouldn't come in until the end of the day. Turns out they're a lovely dispensary owner who spent $300 cash, didn't want their change or nothing, pumped up the till for the day. We appreciate you. Smoke well, smoke hard.
Smoke on.
Smoke on. Alan is apparently editing the During Business Hours podcast.
That's a big boy.
Oh, you got a big boy. He didn't want to use any of the clips from my gambling. Alan,
this guy,
because it restricts it for ages, right? And I was like, well, we don't want children on here anyway. If you're 7 or under, goodbye. So there was another thing that I felt like I got slighted on recently. I have made a mistake, and I want to apologize to every wholesaler, every direct buyer, or every person with MacBooks that I've ever come across. because I did exactly what I preach to people not to do.
What's that?
I got over emotional about a product.
Over emotional?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's the worst.
Because I got tied into the product and then the person. And by extension, I was talking to the guy, really liked the guy with the AR pistols.
Oh,
he was
that
dropping
guy.
this off on Saturday. Really cool guy. A lots to unpack there. Turns out it's not the MacBook he told me it was.
Oh.
So I had already paid him. I took him, okay, he's got a business, he's got a profile, he's got a LinkedIn. I'm going to take the risk of him not knowing so much about these. It's about a $500 difference in value on the front end. On the back end, it's like $1,100 in value. But so it's very negative to me. It's a MacBook Pro 2018 model, not 2020, not 2019 or late 2019. It's got the touch bar, but I paid $1,000. My M1 2020 MacBook Air was $1,000, but that was also a lot nicer than this. This is just bigger, heftier. It's got an i9, but then again, there's really no difference whatsoever. I overpaid by $500. I like the guy though. So I found out when he came and dropped off, he has sugar gliders. You know what sugar gliders are?
No, what is that? It kind of sounds cool though.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So this
It's a sugar glider.
is a sugar glider.
Interesting. Where does this creature come from?
Dude, apparently they are well known in like 40 states. They're only banned in a couple of states, and they are great pets. They bond with humans, and they do this shit
The
constantly.
sugar glider is a small and nocturnal gliding possum belonging to the marsupial infraclass. The common name refers to its diet and its predilection for sugary foods and its ability to glide through the air like a flying squirrel. Sugar gliders are arboreal animals, meaning they
Illegal
live in trees where they use their long
non-rabies squirrel.
tails to glide between them.
And you can take them
Their
outside.
ability to glide comes from a soft membrane between their wrists.
Yeah, I
and
think I
ankles
saw this on
called
TikTok
patagium.
where a guy threw
And
one
when
up and
they
an
jump
eagle
from
took
a
it.
high place, they can glide up to
No way.
I swear. That's a fat one.
What is he eating?
I don't know, but it looks disgusting. It's a bug.
Chrysalis silkworm? It's eating a silkworm?
He's like moaning while he eats it.
No way. He's fucking flying.
Oh, that shit's cool.
That's not cool. It's going to be very dangerous if they get their hand in there.
What the fuck?
the fuck happened? Mom ate baby sugar glider alive. You can't show that, Alan. You can't show that. What the fuck?
That's
5
fucking
fun
nasty.
facts about sugar gliders. Number 1. Sugar gliders are able to fly or glide between trees at ranges up to 150 feet. This is made possible through the use of their patagium, which is a thin membrane.
Okay, so we got some air bubbles, but that's
Hey.
mainly because of the epoxy.
Dude, what are the
floor.
chances of that
All these can
happening?
be filled.
I don't know. I'm logged in.
Measurement was wrong, so it overpoured a bit.
Oh, do you want to see the
That's
latest? So I got a bunch of flack for this,
Just having a
apparently.
conversation with my wife. In my growing, I was told same spit. Me and my brothers could drink from the same cups. Totally fine. So I think my sister or my daughter and her brother, same spit, drink from the same cup, not a big deal. Is it a different ecosystem thing? Because to me, it's bacteria. If you got a different home, different bacteria set. My wife's like, it doesn't matter. It's still different. Kids don't drink from the same cups, so on and so forth. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Shoot. Me and this girl that just met were drinking after each other last night.
Yeah, different bacteria is what my wife says. But so sugar. Back to what I was saying. Sugar gliders. Sorry, sugar gliders. He has a bunch of those. He also makes guns. He's not super busy because he's in Parrington, Texas. That got hit with the tornado.
He was
Except-
the only one that has
know.
building.
I know, right? But apparently he only makes a couple of guns and then resells them. So me and my wife were talking. It's a lot of small places like this don't have the working capital to like advertise. And he told me that he was banned from advertising. And I was like, well, I see a lot of gun stores advertising. He's like, well, I just throw them on the ground, take a picture. I'm like, you know what you need? You need a marketing partner. So I might help him with some marketing because it's really easy to sell shit. You just have to have the time to post and sell
And you
shit.
have the, the expertise to make that money.
Well, because if hypothetically each gun costs $1,300, and people like me love those guns. Those rifles, they're technically AR pistols, so it's a gun because it's a handgun, AR pistol. They're convenient, you know what I mean? Versus what is not convenient is only having two options in stock. If you had hey, I've got 40 units of X, Y, and Z in stock, that would sell better. but he's only reselling one in a couple. And he's got like a laser engraver, like a very large forged laser engraver. He can do a lot of things that he's not doing or advertising. If I was him, I wouldn't be just a gun store. I'd be engraving or fabrication company. Rebrand.
What does this guy look like? Is he like a big fat white man?
No.
Is he black?
He's kind of chunky, but he's not fat. He's like my size white man, but shorter. My body style.
Probably has a shit ton of money then.
No.
Oh.
I think he sold that real quick. He buys and sells things often. It's not a very, very wealthy person. He's probably wealthy at heart, does his thing. But I think it's management skills. That's a part of the business, part of the podcast. We talk about things like this. I think there's something about the South that people just get started and they get a very long wind of things, but they don't set themselves up for success on the back end of problems. Like management's in slow times. Like there's people who like will sell 3 or 4 things in the winter and be good for the summer when it's slow season or whatever. I don't want to be that. I want to be consistent through the year, and I never want to have a slow season.
Plan out the process.
In California, I did not have one day that I was under $500 in sales until I left for Oklahoma in 10 years.
That's a lot of money. $500
Not
a day.
one day. The slowest day was $489 before tax. One day. 7 days a week for 10 years. That's crazy. And then it took just a bunch of fuck ups to chase away customers, change the policies to fit their own narrative, steal, embezzle. It is what it is. But for some reason, out here, there's no backup plans. A lot of people were like, well, it's just going to work. And then they don't shave their shekels, and then they don't have enough inventory, and they can't really if you know what makes you money, just keep doing that and spending money to make you money. It's really hard to explain that to people. But yeah, so he's got sugar gliders. I'm really debating on buying because he's got a pair of them for like $300-$400, something like that, which is crazy.
Sexy man.
That's the gun that
It's
he
Saturday
made.
night and you're just relaxing on
This
the
is
couch
2
talking
weeks
to your
ago.
wife and scrolling Facebook Marketplace, and then all of a sudden you see something for sale that you're like, you know what, I can use that.
That's the laptop.
Turns out the guy is a manufacturer and builder of pistols and rifles and all the things you love.
So yeah, this is what he makes, but he only has a couple at a time. So then he does this, and then he does engraving on other things, and we got to talking about so much of the shit that he does that I didn't look closely at the laptop. And therefore, I lost $500 in value. I'll use the laptop. Now I have to because I can't resell it for the same money. I can't get my money back. And I'm sure as shit not going to make an extra $40,000 off of it to pay the difference in the teeth. So I could either take my licks in my bad decision
Or,
and sell this and then buy a nice pleasure toy
oh,
that I can service myself with
oh,
through my rectum. Or
damn.
I use it and make more money and then in a few years grow up like a real boy. What happened last night?
Oh,
How's your love life going on? We're deeply enriched in this love life.
who's we?
Our fans, they want to know.
So last night, how did it get started? Oh, we showed up to mini golf, right?
Was it a little dry?
It was a little wet, actually.
Oh, because of all the rain?
Yeah.
If you didn't know, we've been having like 7 inches of rain a night
Yeah.
out of nowhere in Oklahoma during the summer.
No, most of the course was dry, but where the trees were covering up hole number 4, it was pretty wet. It was good, kept score.
So wet, bro.
I tried to lose, tried to let her win, but I ended up winning by 4. I bought her like 4 different types of candy. She's a skinny little thing, but damn, she can eat. Then we took like a walk until midnight and got her home at 1. Ate Romero's today for lunch. Not a bad day.
So you're taking it slow, huh?
Yeah, very slow. And she likes chimichangas,
Nice.
enchiladas. She likes Mexican. That's all she ever dated too.
Hold on. She's only ever dated Mexicans?
Kinda. It's like 4 Mexicans, 2 white guys, including
She's got
me.
a taste, clearly.
Yeah, but
You're in the wrong place for her to have a Spanish taste.
she
Did you know
She
that
recently
they
pulled away
legalized
from them.
marijuana in Oklahoma? I didn't until this.
till this fat ass.
So I subscribe to Square, which is a credit card processor, and I pay them 3% of every credit card I take. It's high. My other business, we narrowed it down because we were doing $70K a month. We got it down to 2% flat, which is good. This one's at 3 because it's different business. But funny enough, on my old account, we had one payroll account we canceled. We didn't know canceling, you could never restart it back up. It didn't warn you back then. That was like 5 years ago. And we had to open a new account and redo the Square payroll. So we were paying them $35 a month plus $10, so $45 total for the services of being able to write a check to somebody. So on the new account, we were doing the same thing. But they said, okay, well, we'll move all your info for you. We will unsubscribe you and resubscribe you on the new account. This is 2017. Sure enough, we thought they did. Turns out they never did. We've been billing 2 weeks. I have lost close to $1,600 over the last 4 years, being billed $35 extra a month in tandem to a secondary account I didn't even know existed anymore because it's been 5 years. $450 a month times 5. So God, it's like $2,000 something dollars. They offered 3 months in remorse credits, as they call it. Like, here you go, you get $130. So I was like, no, fuck you. I'll just call my bank. Like, you should have canceled this. I have the cancellation notes and the recording from the cancellation from 2017 because I record a lot of my cancel. Anytime I like argue with somebody and I'm canceling, I'm like, I'm going to need this later in case we ever go to court. You should do the same I'm telling you, especially if you're in a one-party state like I am now, all you get fucking recorded. Sorry. I got a 5 terabyte hard drive just for voices. Don't try me.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.
But yeah, so I recorded this one and I was like, yeah, I'm just letting you know you're being recorded. They hang up on me. So I stopped letting them know. And then I looked up the laws and I was like, okay, cool. But so Square is really fucking me over. So I have the chargeback with Square on my old account from California now for like $600 of those fees because that's as far as they could go back. So they gave me the money back and now I'm just waiting for them to fight it. Because I'm like, oh, what happens when the chargeback goes to the provider that usually helps you with the chargeback or fights? It's just going to be a funny situation. But they go through this whole thing where they fight me. Check out Christopher Love's Life. You'll understand what's going on here. I have a sue list, by the way. No.
I'm coming for you.
It's not even that. I have a guy who we did pumps for who was on my shit list. He's always been a cocksucker. If you ever do business with a Cool Off pump, they're in Nevada. They're really based out of California and illegally ships things. But that's his thing. It's just for fake COVID ivermectin sprays. Don't buy from Cool Off. They are the shit. I do all the work on the pumps. I got paid $79 per pump. I upped it to $89 and he got all pissy and then he started shorting me money.
This guy.
Because he ended up upping the type of repair. It wasn't just doing one thing. It was doing one thing plus more. And so we did all their fucking work and all their manufacturing of like changing out these parts. The fun part was that Dave Shank, CEO of Cool Off, is the biggest in my opinion, that has ever walked this earth, because not only is he some drunk that drives, halfway across a state to try and short somebody a check, but they'll lie to your front desk personnel or your shipping department in order to get them to turn over products so he can run to another state. And so when you threaten to sue him and try and get your shit back or to get your money, he's like, oh, I just like even numbers. So I wrote you 900 instead of 1,000. Bitch, they're both even numbers. Technically, 9's odd. Fuck off. So yeah, now I have to sue him. He's blocked my number, it's $100, but he shorted me $350 like 6 months ago, and I was like, you know what? Okay, it was like $7,000. I think it was like $7,500, and he shorted me near $600. Like, all right, we're gonna take it on the chin. We released it. This time I had sold the business, and I was like, all right, this is the last of cash income from the business before I sold it. So he's gonna pick this up from you, and it wasn't his fault. Anthony who released it. It was my fault for letting it be released at that time. You got 2 phones over there.
Yeah,
and
from my mom and Pokemon Go.
Yeah. And so he released it, just didn't get the check, didn't get the payment. So this cocksucker's played this game so much. Now, I've already filed proceedings. He's got a legal demand notice. It should arrive today, actually. Today's the 10th, yeah. So he'll either unblock me, send me an email, what the fuck is this? And maybe I'll be the owner of Cool Off. Who knows?
Cool Off, what's that?
I don't know what I'm going to turn it into unless he pays me, and then I'll never have to speak it again. But the idea, the man owes me money, and it's on a principle. You just pay your fucking debts. Stop running. All this shit, like if you were fucking over Walmart, I'd understand. It's a faceless crime. A faceless crime. If you are fucking over a small business that is doing work for you at your behest, at your speed, that you are like, this is life or death, I need to get this done, then you should probably be a little more concerned about paying that person, because the karma is going to hit you much worse than your $5 worth of Mio you didn't pay for at the self-checkout line. You know what I mean?
Authorities coming for you, bitch.
Also, I didn't pay for my shop vac at Walmart. It was an accident.
Accidents happen.
Yeah, just, you know, it's forgiven, all forgiven. You know, look what they done to my boy. So
Forget about it.
I went to Walmart and we rang out all this crap, right? The problem was the moment we rang out the vacuum and asked for a warranty if you want it, I didn't see that. So when I rang that out, it gave me so long, it timed out the machine. So we went and rang everything else out again, but I rang up the fireworks this time first, all the small things, then the vacuum. Everything got rang out. Then I clicked yes on the 18. They came over, scanned their little ID, said, check my ID. I thought everything was on there. I put in the card, didn't look at the price. I usually don't. Not worried about the price. I'm just worried about getting my shit. Kids, gone. Go out to the car, not on there. My wife convinced me to go back and try and pay for it. So I went to customer service. You know what customer service told me?
What?
That I needed to A, bring back the vacuum, or B, just keep it. Well, I took the 50-50. I kept it.
Bing bong.
Thank you so much for watching, viewing, subscribing. Hit that like button. Give us a follow. 1,000 of you lucky bastards come to join the journey.
And like and subscribe!
First take. That's crazy.
What'd he say?
Like and subscribe.
Oh.
He was like my car? Like and subscribe. So I was like, I didn't even tell them to say it. I was like, you want to do the end, like and subscribe? And then everyone went silent. It's the first time we've done it as a family. There's nothing better than having your shitty kids who are acting crazy do a really nice thing for their dad. And it just warmed my heart. So everyone got ice cream.
Brahms?
No?
Sonic?
No.
McDonald's?
Nope.
Dairy Queen?
Nope.
Holy shite. Bust my...
Walmart. Bing bong.
Fuck your life.
Fuck your life.
Wad it up. You know?
Yep. It was just Reese's and Brahms cups, actually. I got their cups from the ice cream. It was $2. Don't tell me. So I put regular ice cream in their $2 fucking 10-pack of their cones. It is the same shit. Don't tell me it's better. I'd put it side by side next to any taste tester. It's the exact same. There's no difference. Don't give me that. Oh, but God bless this because it's a dairy farm in the South. That's like saying that slavery was just, in the South.
Get on your knees.
Okay, there's some shit you say that have me question your self identity here, son. Has anybody ever made a joke to a customer that got really weird afterwards? I was like, oh, that's what OnlyFans are for. I don't remember what we were talking about. And he straight up said something about selling feet pics. And I was like, I tried to convince my wife at the beginning of COVID. And I was like, this is the whole thing. But now it turns out most creators are in like the 99% or whatever that are OnlyFans models make under $200 a month. If you're making any money at all, you're probably making under $200 a month. That's 99% of people. That's crazy.
That's terrible.
Imagine there's near like fucking 40 million women. 40 million women on OnlyFans.
1%.
OnlyFans has killed the market on women showing because like you used to have
Certain
so I was trying to say revenge, right? So it's like revenge used to be a thing, and it used to be big business until what was it? Hulk Hogan sued some site, got a lawsuit from Gawker. Yeah, so he sued Gawker for releasing his sex tape. He got $150 million.
Gawker the cocker.
Yeah. So Gawker went bankrupt and settled with Hogan for $31 million. The remainder of the balance, $110 million, was the amount Hogan was seeking from Cox Radio and other defendants. Wow. So then he reached another settlement with somebody else. He's super retired now. Nobody gives a shit. He's like super religious after he made his sex tape. So yeah, that was 2012, bro. Jesus. But we got a new hire for tomorrow. Anybody who is part of During Business Hours family that's older than a year will remember Frank the Shithead. Frank the Shithead has a twin in Woodward, Oklahoma, but he doesn't have the attitude of Frank the Shithead. I'm hoping not. The self-entitled, like Bernie Sanders loving cuck. But we're going to see. because this kid seems motivated to work. He's in the National Guard, went through basic AIT, got his station, I guess, is out here in Oklahoma Sill base, Fort Sill. So he's going to start tomorrow part-time and then put in his 2 weeks at Tractor Supply. So we're going to see how that works out. But even on slow shit like this, I can just have him go hand out flyers because apparently jobs don't have to just be in one place here. In California, if you're hired for a location and it's not told that you're going, you would have to pay somebody extra, like walk across the street and deliver something. Yeah, if you have to drive, then you pay mileage plus traction plus time. There's less cost out here. But I thought that was super funny. But the new guy, I'm going to get him trained to do postings and start selling some of the electronics in the case. So that should be good. Anything else happen over the last couple of days?
Yeah. This morning I had soap in the shower. Instead, I had like in my eye, so like I missed my hand. And like I stepped back because I was like, okay, let's wipe the soap off my face. And I slipped in my shower and I fell.
Did you get stuck in the tub?
No. So I got up. Right. I was like, oh man, I gotta take a piss. So I started pissing in the shower, right? I turned around and grabbed my towel. I slip in my own piss. I fall in the shower again. So I had to take a shower again.
There's certain things you just don't say certain things that just, but man, there's so much going on in the world. Have you heard any of the craziness with like,
dude, there's a shooting in Woodward, man.
Oh, did you know that fucking Burger King got robbed?
No fucking way.
4 days ago. So the same shit that happened to me where somebody embezzled, right? They just took all the fucking drawers and took off. Her and her dumbass boyfriend were the closers or whatever, first time closing, whatever. We'll call her Felicia. Felicia goes to Rob, her boyfriend, says, Rob, come with me to work and pretend Rob work, and then I'll leave with you like I'm a kidnap victim, and we gonna get all the money. So they go home. She's technically kidnapped at this moment, and her and Rob, who's the robber, are sitting there with the money in their trailer to fuck. That's the best plan you got? I would have been in Kentucky, Texas, Mexico, somewhere on fucking vacation doing with $900 that they got from the till is the payday of their lifetime. That is COVID-3 money.
I'll be at fucking McDonald's, get me a goddamn chicken. I should buy myself a four-wheeler, supersize.
You know what? You want an exercise bike?
No, I want a four-wheeler. I have one, actually. Yeah. I just don't fucking use it.
Me too. I got one in the basement now. I moved down to the basement.
You got four-wheeler?
I do, but not here.
Fuck me to tears. Man.
You know they got the little RAV 1200s?
No.
Yeah.
Are they fast as shit?
No, they're more suspension. They're more carry haul. They got a lot of torque, but not speed.
Like 35?
40-ish. Yeah.
How much?
I think I bought it for like $6,000.
Oh fuck! I don't have that money.
No, it's probably I bought it for that. I used it for like a couple of weeks and then parked it somewhere. But that's I got to go in 2 weeks. I'm going to California. I've already invited you. Now I've got to take both kids.
Oh shite!
Mm-hmm. Sure you don't want to go?
I'm sure. Well, I can't. I gotta.
It's 24 hours in the car.
Which one are we bringing back?
None. They're both staying in California.
Why both?
Because one's going to the baby daddy's house, 2 weeks. Grandma's getting the second one.
Grandma?
Yeah, my mother.
You guys need to say a prayer for her or prayer for her.
No, she's great with him. She smokes indoors. He drinks Coca-Cola and eats candy all the time.
Oh, so he's fine with her? He's not going to go back shit crazy?
No, he's going to be sitting there like, give me hot dogs, bitch. Yeah, and it's fine. Yeah, he's the one that gets the attitude.
I want to go to the park.
He just does. He goes, no, blue park, red park. That's all he knows is the color of the toys that are at the park. So if you say Crystal Beach, he goes, Crystal bitch. To have a son is the craziest thing because when I wanted kids, and I think subconsciously I impregnated my wife on purpose because I was like, oh, I want a son of my own. I was so confident I was going to have a son. I was like, there was no conversation about a girl dad. I stepped in and I'm taking care of these girls, right? I'm like, no, I'm doing that. I'm going to be rewarded with a son. But we were cautious. And I know there was some 4 a.m. rollover that was like, it'd be nice to have a kid. Whoops. So then my son, being the consequence of that whoops, is 3 years old. And when he plays with Play-Doh, he makes sure it's in your shoes. He's 3 years old. And when he plays with hardware, he makes sure it breaks. He's 3 years old. And if you give him a bolt, I can guarantee it's going to be in your keys or in your keyhole, in your car door, or scratching up your paint somewhere. He's 3 years old and he's for sale now. 1-800-GO-HAVE-KIDS. Yeah, he's 3 years old.
1-800, the condom breaks.
Yeah, it's just something really fucked up about 3-year-olds that I was at Red Prairie last night talking to an elderly.
That place.
Dude, I just wanted some chicken strips. That's it.
They're
Super
slow
expensive.
as fuck.
Slow and expensive. They probably make more money on their Laffy Taffy than anything else. If you just with a smile and like you're Southern, listen, ma'am, I really appreciate it. I'm having a shit day. Can I get me a pop? She said, what pop you want, sweetheart? I'll take the one with 23 flavors. Every time.
Dr. Pepper. Here's a sweet one.
Every time my wife gets upset when I start to, and I'll do that just to fuck around a bit. I want to see the reaction. You know, it's like acting. Just trying to fuck with people, see their reaction on things. Sometimes you give them a sad mood, a bad mood, or a hype mood. Just fuck around with your servers once in a while. And if they play back, give them their tip. That's their tip. If they don't, then fucking 2%. I don't care. It's the quality of milk. It's good for babies. Why not servers? I'm not a good tipper. I am not.
I do. I tip like $20-$30, like on a $50 ticket. I think it's funny.
You will grow up to learn that is very, very dumb.
Well, then, they appreciate you more.
They still make an hourly wage. In most places that actually pay an hourly wage, there's a whole separate thing. I'm not going to do it. I would absolutely say, apparently my 3D prints are both done. I would say that when they interact and they make it more of an enjoyable eating experience. I've tipped $1,000 before. I totally get wanting to give to those that they do for you. But just because you're at work on a Tuesday doesn't mean you deserve 25% more than what I feel like eating. You know what I mean?
Que pasa away.
Yeah. It's pointless. Now, if it was like an average minimum, like, hey, a service fee we're going to add for every server is $5 per meal. The goal is to get through them all as fast as you can. If not, then it was a bigger issue. There's a million ways you can cut that. But I play with them and I'm like, so let's act the part. Like, okay, I'll take 23 flavors. And they're like, all right, the doctor's got you. Some of them know the 23 flavors, some don't. Or some of the elderly, more bigger women, they're moms. So they want to take care of you. So then they'll bring you a slice of cheesecake. Bring your kids some treats, a few extra crayons. They want to treat you to make you feel better. That's the Southern hospitality. Blueberry cobbler that I didn't even fucking know was on the menu got brought to me at, what's that place on Main Street?
The Village? Sweet Surprises?
One of them, yeah. Blueberry cobbler. It's not on any of the menu, but I was just like, you know what? I'm really not having the best day. You know what? Cheer me up. Chicken sandwich.
Wait.
I lost an AirPod.
Crispy chicken or grilled?
I didn't even know.
Crispy.
My AirPod just went flying. I'm telling you, I've lost these AirPods more times in the last week than I think I've worn them. My wife made the mistake of giving me her plug-in AirPods, which was a whole separate thing we'll talk about at another time. I think it's time to go to dinner. We might piece this together. See what goes on in the next few days, but I appreciate you liking, comment, subscribe. We'll see you all later.
Wish me luck on the girl.
Wish the new guy luck during business hours. Hit him with a dab.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past. But knowing me, my DeLorean will